Hello teachers, we're excited to let you know we're now using Opus One to manage our schedules and attendance. You'll find your login link directly in the welcome email we sent you. You can also access it anytime by visiting our website and clicking the green button that says Client Portal and Payments. To get started, click on the login link and enter your email and password. Please note that you'll need to have already set up your Opus One account before logging in for the first time. If you haven't done that yet, check your email for your setup invitation. All right, we're logged in. So this is going to be our profile, and let's take a look at our account features. Clicking on the pencil icon up here will let you edit your personal information, including your address and phone number and other things like that. Next, if you hover over the contact card, it says show details. If you click this, it will display your name and birthday, email, address, and other information if you've inputted it. Next, we have the Go to Payroll section. This shows how many hours you've worked so far this month, along with an estimate of your take-home pay. You can also review any attendance you've already marked in this section. You'll also notice this Go to Client Profile option. You would only need this if you're also enrolling in lessons with us as a client yourself. So it would allow you to check for any invoices you have or scheduling. It doesn't come up often, and so it's not something you'll need to worry about, but now you know what it is if you ever come across it. There's also a change password button, which you can use at any time if you need to update your login password. This is manage files. It allows you to upload or update images and documents. For example, you could add the lesson calendar, which I have here, or sheet music or other resources, and then you can share them directly with your client or students. So here we have fake, we just labeled them fake students. So we could label and send this to fake student. We could add a message if we'd like, and then we can share it with them and it would be emailed to their. Next, you'll find the Sync My Calendar feature, which will allow you to sync your Opus One schedule with your personal calendar. Keep in mind that this can take anywhere from 24 to 72 hours to update each day, so it might not be very consistent. The last section is the Show More. And this is going to have time off requests and an option to change your time zone. These options aren't something you'll need to use, so feel free to just leave those alone. You do not have to do any time off requests. Okay, now let's take a look at your schedule. Once you've logged in, you can scroll down to find your upcoming schedule in calendar view right here. You have the option to switch between month, week, and day, whatever works best for you. To get a quick look at the lesson details, simply hover over a lesson in your calendar, and it will pop up with the time, location, staff, and clients involved. When you're ready to take action on a lesson, you can click on it and you'll have several options to choose from. And we will now go through each of these options. The first one is Update Appointment. You would use this if you need to change the date or time of a lesson. At the bottom of the page, you'll see a toggle that lets you apply the changes to all of the future appointments or lessons as well. Please note that if you need to change the lesson location, please reach out to us directly before making that update. The next option you have is Cancel Appointment. You would use this option when a client needs to cancel and they still gave you that 24 hours of notice, or if you need to cancel a lesson on your end. When a lesson is canceled this way, the client will automatically be issued a makeup lesson credit, meaning they will have the opportunity to reschedule with you at a later date. Remember that clients only get 3 of these, and the system does keep track of the amount of makeup lessons that they do get. So when selecting the cancellation type, choose Client Cancellation if the client requests it, or Staff Cancellation if you were unable to provide the lesson. You could then click Continue to Cancellation. Important, please do not toggle on do not notify the participants, and do not toggle on Don't Issue Credits. That will mess up our count for the makeup lessons and make it harder to keep track of things. The last option we have is the Take Attendance option. We would use this to mark that a lesson took place as scheduled. So if a client didn't show up or if they canceled with less than 24 hours notice, you would select the no-show option rather than canceling the appointment. Otherwise, you can click Attended and it would show that you attended the lesson. One additional note is that we do have a client list over on the side here. As you can see, I have a little birthday icon next to my fake #1 student. The student's birthday is this week, so it's birthday this week. Some people choose to add their student's birthday and some do not. So you might see this pop up and you may not. You can also see the client information here. So when you get a new student and you're looking for their contact information, this is where you would go to find that. If we click on client information, you can see we've got email, phone, address, and then some other helpful information. This may not always be here. We also have comments, which there are no comments. We probably usually won't have client comments, but if we did, they would be located here. One more thing with the calendar is that we will be marking your schedule availability in the calendar, and you'll be able to see that too, so we can all be on the same page. Here, this is just if you hover over it, we'll say she's available or he is available for in-home lessons in a certain city from a certain time. There's also scheduling notes that can appear if we want to write those down, and we can list the type of services that you'd like to provide. So if you're a teacher that provides multiple different instruments and you want to only teach a guitar on one day or piano on one day in a certain city, we can have that in our system. And that covers everything you need to know to get started in Opus One. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much for your time, and we're really glad to have you on board. Thank you.